the home runs just by themselves as a stat isn't that worrisome, but what is happening to his pitches and under the hood is a little bit concerning for me. It's basically the eye test is that he is getting hit much harder overall this season. And it's not just last start, it's through the entire season. And I've been tracking this. And kind of the big statistic that really stood out to me is his barrel percentage. And we've talked about this. Barrels are basically the best kind of batted ball that you can have. It's like, has like an 800 batting average and like a 1500 slugging percentage. So most of them are extra base hits. A lot of them are home runs. His barrel percentage has doubled from last year to this year, more than doubled. It went from 5% to 11%. And a major league average is about 6%. So that is really concerning. His hard hit rate is up about 10 percentage points from 35% to 45%. And if you want to put that in perspective, the major league average is about 35%. So he's going from average, which is fine, to way above league average. And also notable, his average exit velocity on all his pitches is up about 3 miles per hour from about league average to way above league average. So this I don't know, and this is kind of one of those things. Are people seeing him a little bit better? Are players just getting a little bit more comfortable against him? And I think I'll have some more numbers to kind of back that up in a little bit. And then the other thing that really stood out to me was that batters are pulling more balls against him. So last year, 31% of his batted balls were pulled. This year, it's up to 42%. So that really kind of tells me that they're seeing his pitches better. They're squaring up better. I don't know if it might be sequencing, but it's not a kind of a mirage, or it's not just a one-time thing. But players are hitting his balls a lot better, and it's reflected obviously in his results. Where ERA is bad, but it's up. So that's a little bit concerning for me.
Do you have the breakdown of what pitches are being hit? Is it his fastball that's getting hit the most or the hardest? Because it's ticked up from last year in percentage, not enough to actually say that it's like tiny, but he is throwing it more than he threw it last year. Is that maybe a solution? Is that pitch getting hit more than the other pitches? I guess
yeah. His fastball has really degraded from last year. And that is also another thing that is a concern for me, because that was kind of his bread and butter pitch last year. If you think about Gerrit Cole, you think about him throwing 98 mile per hour gas and it just going right past people, right? Him being able to challenge hitters up in the zone with his fastball. And that's often the best way to get people out, because it's a lot tougher to get those bendy pitches and those secondary pitches to get people to swing at them. But yeah, the numbers on his fastball are pretty bad. His whiff percentage is down about 12 percentage points, from 38 to 26%. That's a swing and miss percentage. The expected slugging on his fastball, so that's taking into account launch angle and exit velocity, is up 200 points from 321 to 551. Granted, 321 expected slugging on your fastball is pretty ridiculous what he did last year. And then the expected WOBA, which we've talked about before, that's up about 100 percentage points from 248 to 342. Giving a perspective of his fastball from last year to this year, yes, it is far worse. And the problem is he's throwing it more.